Liberty has never come from the government. Liberty has always come from the subjects of it. The history of liberty is a history of resistance, said Woodrow Wilson, the Honorable 28th US President. Running back in time, national independence, framed in the idea of Swaraj, was not merely freedom from foreign rule but also self-governance. Today, years later, is it enough being in a constitutionally independent country? Are we living with complete freedom? Are we really liberated? India is an emergent superpower. But when we think about these questions, one needs a moment to sit down and evaluate whether we are really independent. In this generation of technological modernization and advancing ideologies, the Indian Constitution guarantees its citizens rights like right to life, liberty, equality, dignity. Yet, socially, the fundamental unit is not an individual, but we as a society, we are divided by shackles like religion, caste, color, social groupings, languages, etc. Now, education is a massive step towards independent India. A nation where people are literate, they have jobs, they can hold strong opinions, they can stand up for themselves. Before bridging this gap between the massive Indian population and education, can we really claim that we are independent? Now, the crime rate in our country has rampantly increased, not just against women, but men, aged people, children. They are being raped, molested, teased, murdered, stolen. Now, this is the dirt that we live in. And before we can claim that we are safe and that we are harbored, how can we say that we are really independent? This 21st century is the era of multiplexes and mall culture. Yet, we have very traditionalist and orthodox things like caste and racial discrimination that are the evils that are deeply entrenched in our society. Even though we are marching towards development and doing really well, these social evils still continue to exist. And before we as Indians, we do not stand against it by firm resolve and determination, we can't really claim that we are in an independent India. One of the famous views that people hold of India, and I quote, and they say that nothing is wrong with Indian laws. Nothing is wrong with the economy. Nothing is wrong with the political and judicial institution. What ails India is its moral poverty. And before we can eradicate poverty from our country, how can we say that we are truly independent? One of the last pointers that I would like to quote is the mentality of the Indian population. We as Indians, we always place ourselves before the nation. And before we can start caring more about the nation and less about ourselves, we cannot really emerge towards a truly independent India. We really have to get free from self-centered thinking and placing the nation above oneself. Only on implementing this would we see the tricolor unfurl in our souls and heredly a truly independent India. Only then will we see a truly and a beautifully independent India. Thank you so much.